Hi guys,
Hello, people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Monster episode,
Either it's 20 or 21. I think 21 maybe.
I think 21 as well. I think I did 20,
I wanted to say you are the last one.
but
Guys, let us not play the wrong episode again. 20. So
Yeah.
21.
the last episode was amazing,
Ridiculously good.
literally.
Such a good episode. I mean, again,
Last episode is honestly the reason why I love this show so much at this point. Like all the episodes, I think there was thing is
oh
I
my
forget.
God, I literally saw a comment that said, and again, maybe this is in my head because I keep making up comments, but I could have sworn that I saw a comment for that episode that said, the most boring episode. I don't know if the person was trolling, lying to me.
No, you cannot. Even if that person said that and meant that, you cannot even comment mention that comment. Considering how many comments we got, how much they love the episode.
Exactly.
You can't stick with one negative that you disagree with when there is like
But
20
guys,
positive.
Yes, but
comments.
you know, it's the tale as old as time. Like people can tell you lovely things 50 times, but like you're gonna remember the one negative thing. This is how our
Not
brain
me.
functions.
And
No,
not me.
I'm-
I was
do.
like, because like we got also comments because in the last episode we talked about how they misled us, and then people commented how they think that like it was not fair for us to judge anything that like was said about Monster in that poll because like everything was a lie. Like they all were just saying things like people who wanted for like
Haikyuu.
for Haikyuu, they said like they were just saying things so that you would be more excited about Haikyuu, so that you would
But
play
I was
Haikyuu.
not basing it off on that poll. I was basing it on everything before the poll. Like
Yes, but
before
like
that,
I
was
think
like,
also probably that poll and comments like amplified. Like I remember before reading comments about Monster, how great of a show it is, how we're gonna love it, But potentially we got the more feeling that like it was dark because like everybody's like, watch something happy. Why would you watch? Give them Monster. It's such a dark show.
Yeah.
They want something happy. So like I think actually that like that poll would emphasize. Like even if I thought before that it was darker, I maybe didn't think that like, oh, it's gonna rip
Yeah.
my soul apart. You know what I
No,
mean?
the comments on polls are not to be trusted because, like, people that were rooting for Monster in that poll were saying how Haikyuu is all just filler episodes, and just like boring. In what universe, So like, I don't think people are just tearing down the
Other-
opponents. So
Yeah.
like, we should not really be listening to
True.
comments in
I
those
agree.
sections.
Something's hard not to.
Exactly. Like, what do you do?
This episode is called A Wonderful Holiday. See,
I'm
that
having-
sounds like a misleading
advertising.
title. Honestly, that
Absolutely.
sounds like a misleading title.
I was
That's
gonna
like
say-
it's gonna be anything but a wonderful
I
holiday.
was gonna say, I bet it's not. There's nothing wonderful about
Yeah.
it. Who we're gonna see in this episode is a question. We might see Tenma and our child. We might see Eva and
Not yet.
Lungem.
I don't expect them.
No?
What about you?
I expect them.
I don't know. I
Like,
don't
it's been like
expect.
5 episodes since like they have
Maybe.
sort of started on a crusade for Tenma. I don't know.
I don't expect them, but what a pleasant surprise that would be.
Yeah.
Somehow, even a wonderful holiday doesn't sound it's gonna be for them.
Maybe they're celebrating together.
Sure.
I don't know what this is gonna be.
Abandoned people.
Abandoned people on a wonderful holiday. It worked.
That'd be great
Yeah.
if you ask me.
Could be Eva. Nina. Who the fuck? Nina. Anna. Nina.
Nina.
I was like, when I said Eva, I meant Nina.
I for some reason expect Tenma and the boy to be in this one.
It could be they're celebrating a wonderful holiday
Yeah.
together. It's not gonna be a wonderful holiday. Why am I talking as if it's gonna be good?
Depending, like we can meet
Someone very
somebody
nice.
very nice, but like who also has been through
Some
some things and bad things, that has done a bad thing, but like again, it can be that like our little boy, I mean, has not had a holiday with somebody for such a long time, and now he's with them as somebody who cares for them.
So we
Like
can buy him gifts.
I think it can be nice with a tragic story, but who knows?
One way to
Why
find
always try to predict the plot of the
I don't
episode
know.
by the title?
I don't know. This is what we. Because, like, in the review, we can talk about the episode. But, like, what the
Yeah.
fuck am I going to talk about
Yeah.
in the intro? You
Yeah.
might say, just don't speak. And I would agree with you.
Nope.
But I just, I
Try
like to
to
give
keep us
myself, like, a
quiet.
little bit of an
Yeah.
introduction, you know, to the episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure people maybe mostly skip through this.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Let's play.
Let's play.
Let's see.
Nice. I've never been to Nice.
Fritz.
In France. Mr.
Maybe it's like a stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
こんな優しい旦那様が美味しいカクテルまで作ってくれるんですもの。
あの2階の窓から時々誰かに見られているような。
Is Johan watching them?
Probably. Or like sending somebody
So
to
who are we following?
実はね、聞いちゃったの。20年ほど前、あるご夫婦が惨殺されて、それ以来あの家には幽霊が出て
Even in France?
そんなことないよ。4月で出かけようと思う。ボディーガードの必要もないだろう。まあその方がフリッツも早くあなたに懐く。
It sounds like you're gonna die and that's gonna be your last holiday.
What is happening?
I have no idea, honestly.
In France?
Yeah. And the couple has died 20 years ago.
Well, yes, but it's just like who's watching them?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's just like a sinister feeling, but like we're still watching the couple, so like something
Yeah,
is
something's
happening.
gonna happen, yeah, definitely.
20 years ago? How old was Johan?
That's what I wanna say.
Is he like 22?
That's what I wanna say. We can't connect the dying couple to Johan.
Unless they were their real parents.
And then he ended up
Poland? I mean, Czechoslovakia, actually.
Slovakia. I don't know. We'll find out.
Maybe they just like rounded up numbers. Maybe that wasn't actually 20 years.
Wait.
10年前彼が命を助けた少年が
What's happening right now?
Who are you?
Are we forgetting a face?
目の前でまた殺人をメスナー氏です足跡をたどってフランクフルトまで今彼は亡くなっていました2ヶ月ほど前
Who the fuck are you?
麻薬をめぐるごたごたに巻き込まれた私の相棒だった
Oh, he's the other one. Is he the other one? The one that killed the parents?
I don't remember at all his face.
Well, he has money, and I think that he did it for the money. See, if he could get all this information, then Lunge can as well. I think he's the one that killed the parents because his partner said that he's the one that like was on the lookout or whatever, and he got more money because he's the one that
Yeah.
actually did it.
Yeah, 100%.
And it makes sense. Like here he is with money. Yeah. I fucking hope they haunt you.
Literally.
So interesting because like he seems like a kind man.
Again, Johan manipulates their faults, but again, he did kill people.
まるでこのチェスの駒みたい気にかかることがあるんですか
Yes, I have murdered 2 people.
一本の電話がかかってくる押収した麻薬の横流しに手を染めていた
I love this, honestly.
電話の主は全てを知っていたある夫婦を殺せとハイデルベルクのフォルトナー夫妻殺せば俺たちは助かるあの夜にはもう一人新聞記者か何かがいたその後多額の金が振り込まれ儲けた金は簡単に選択されたそして今の奥さんと知り合い足を洗ったあの多額の金を振り込んだのは俺の人生を操っているのは誰なんだ君には感謝しているよずっと守ってくれて待ってくれませんかねえ
No, you can't. We cannot undo what we have done.
無駄だよおもちゃのことしか頭にない
行ってきますお父さん行ってきます
Well, Johan kills everyone that also worked with him, but like people that see his face.
探偵さんから連絡ないかいも もう来る時間なんだが。
Is Roberto dead? Dead.
ロベルト、探偵が大変だ。早く来てくれ。
Oh wait, Roberto and Tecno are not the same
Yeah.
person?
No.
What?
あなたが殺したフォルトナー夫妻の娘よ。
お前がやったのか、ロベルト。
その人をやったのはあなたのボディーガードのロベルトよ。隣の家から全て見てたわ。
そんなバカな。ロベルトは俺の信頼できる友人だ。お前こそ俺に復讐するために来たんだろうが。ロベルト。
What is Roberto doing?
バックは
Roberto's working with
あ
Johan?
なたがここに残りたいならそうすればいい。
Roberto's coming. Roberto's coming to get him.
どうしました、ミラーさん。
Okay.
早く車を出して。
Baby girl. To sit in the car with the person that has murdered your parents and a gun. This is not a position that I would want to be in.
ずっと俺の様子を見ていたんだ。
心の底から憎んでる。殺してしまいたいことね。
俺は脅されてやったんだ。あんたの両親をやらなければ。
Okay, and
did
that
it.
was your choice.
You were selling drugs.
俺はメスナーと組んで
That was a choice that you made.
仕方なかったんだよ。
Literally a choice. Literally a choice. What do you mean you didn't have choice? You chose that over a prison.
I cannot believe that he is justifying this.
Yeah.
She's gonna be. See, I had a choice to fucking kill you right now and chose not to do it.
本当に素敵な。
I jump.
母は私のことを心から愛してくれた。私が本当の娘じゃないのに、父と
You were.
母は私のことを本当に
やめてくれ。
なのに、あなたみたいなクズに殺された。
A pathetic, pathetic man.
何よ、何言ってるのよ。何なのよ。
殺されるっていうのはこういうことだったのか。あの子が俺のことを初めて呼んでくれたんだ。お父さんってなくしたくないものができたんだ。フリッツ。
All those words were just. I think it would.
It
Made
was-
me want to shoot even more.
Like now
Everything
that
that he
you
said.
feel it, like the.
What about my parents?
毎朝規則正しくまるでサラリーマンのように毎朝母親が子供を連れてその前を通った。俺にとってただ一つまともな日常との接点だ。やあ、おはよ
あの探偵に何を依頼したの？
う。あんたと天馬の行方、そして警察時代の相棒だメスナーの消息だが、メスナーは死んでいた。殺されたらしい。その件で
妙なことになってきたんですよ。
妙なこと？
メスナー氏はすでにじゃあもう一つ、犯人はフランクフルトの組織関係者ではなくてデュッセルドルフの。
デュッセルドルフ。
いや、この先はお会いしたと。
どういう意味かわかる？
I mean, Roberto.
バッグを返してほしいんですが、
ロベルト？
奥さんとフリッツは今、私のそばで
なんだっておい！家内を出せ！
早く戻った方がいいですよ。あなたの幸せな家。
銃を貸してくれないか。真相を警察に話してもらえなくなるから。だろ？
そう。絶対に死んじゃダメ。私は隣の空き家から。
I love you, girl.
What he's gonna do after this, I don't know. But if you don't do that, what a fucking coward.
フリッツ。
お父さん、見て、水槽だよ。
ロベルトは？
そうそう。今、彼の警備会社から。
There's more of them.
でも安心して、何の被害もなかったそうよ。ミハイルが帰ったわ。
ご心配なく。ガラスが1枚割られてましてね。近所の子供のいたずらでしょう。
死体はここ こにあった探偵の死体は何もなかった。お前は何者なんだ。さっとフリッツが来ますよ。さあ、ことを荒立てない。結構。これで本当に何もなかったと。今日は平和な一日だった。これからね。
A wonderful holiday.
みんな美しい娘でしたね。みなをどうしたんだ。丁重にもてなしています。ある方にとって大切なゲスト。
Yeah.
ある方、その青年の名前ヨハンなんです。一体何者なんだ。あなたは奥さんやフリッツと幸せに暮らしたい。それでいいじゃないですか。みなをどうするつもりだ。殺す気か。お幸せに。
You better fucking dedicate your life to finding her and helping her.
お父さん、いつ釣りに連れて行ってくれる？
ああ、明日晴れたらな。やったー。もうこれは見えなくなったか。実にいい目だ。ヨハンとよく似ている。
I think that was the laugh of a man also losing his mind.
おとなしくついてきたのよ。
確か
What
に
did you say?
彼も
He
あ
was
なた
losing
に
his
会
mind.
いたがって
I mean, the laugh is like he's losing his mind a little bit.
幸せに暮らしている。
What is a
Okay, he's
shame?
not come now. What do you mean? Aren't you supposed to get her to Jochen? Who are you then? Who are you?
クターテンマン。
It's him. Don't get shot now. But who are they then? They cannot be working with Jochen.
言っただろう。これでも俺
You're
は
gonna get shot. The other guy moved. The
And
guy moved
he's
just a little
smiling.
bit. Tjo.
Both. Yeah. He's shot, is he?
家に着く。
Yeah.
He's dying.
He's dying.
釣りに行く約束してるんだ。
そう。
晴れるといいな。
晴れるわ。
God. God. I love her. No words, honestly.
We were saying things in the beginning of the episode who it could be. Somehow, when I mentioned like Nina, that was like my least likely option.
Why?
Least likely.
My least likely was Lunge and
No,
Eva.
I thought like either it's Stelma or Lunge and Eva.
Why?
Because like it's been now like 5-6 episodes. Like I thought like well maybe just like to catch us up.
I don't know. It didn't feel like it's in my mind. It didn't feel like it's been long. It didn't feel like we had so much story for Tenma, like to move forward for us to go back to Lungi
Yeah.
and Eva. I didn't have feeling that like it's gonna be about them. But again, I did say that like I thought it's gonna be about Tenma and the boy, because the title sounded like that. But again, I also as well thought it's gonna be about somebody else, like that, like we're gonna meet.
Yeah.
We didn't recognize the guy,
I
but
mean,
like
no one,
you can
like-
very quickly figure out who he is.
Well, like when he
with the
said like
story.
he used to be a partner of mine, then you click.
Yeah,
But before that, I mean, I think I said this in the previous episode. Whenever characters start coming back, I will not recognize one single one.
honestly, me
They
neither.
all look the absolute same to me.
I mean,
The guy, the father from the previous episode looks exactly the same, like the doctor in that village who looks exactly the same, like the fucking news writer guy. Everyone looks the same to me. Like there's no way I'm gonna be able to tell who's who.
I could recognize only if they have something really different than
Like if they have
anybody.
fucking purple
Like
hair,
I would,
sure.
yeah, no, but like I would even recognize, like if I saw a blonde one, his partner, he would, to me, seem familiar because we saw him few times.
Yeah,
you know?
I think the
It's
blonde
like
one was more distinctive.
distinctive.
Like
Like
he had a
this one
mustache and blonde.
could
and
be
everything.
anybody.
Yeah.
You know, but like just like you said, the father in last episode has the same carrot, looks the same age
I will
as
never be able to recognize them.
many other people that we have seen in the show. But like again, it's also different because they're animated. It's not the like
Yeah.
it's sometimes very often hard to recognize actors, let alone.
Unless, again, you guys know this, unless the difference is like very clear, like they have different hair colors or like they're a different race. Otherwise, I'm lost.
It's hard to even recognize actors, you know, sometimes.
What does that mean?
Well, we watched like a guy, like somebody is, let's say, Expense. He was for a season there, and then he acted in another show, different character. Had no idea that who he
I don't know even
was.
who you're talking about.
Generally,
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
it happened to us. It's like we didn't recognize a guy from Expense. I don't know who I'm talking about. I'm just saying that like if it's a different character, there is a big possibility for me to not connect it to the other show.
I was watching Sense8. Like
Yeah.
the first time I was watching Sense8, when it just came out, season 1, I watched the entirety of the season, and I watched Hernando, the character in it, and Hernando is played by Alfonso Herrera, and Alfonso Herrera he was in Rebelde, which was like my top show of my life when I was like 9. He was my biggest crush. Do you think I recognized him from 9 episodes? I did not.
But he looks
I did
completely
not.
different.
Well, they put it like now when I watch it back, he
You
looks
see.
exactly. That's him.
Yes, but
But, like, he has
was
a
a
beard.
child when you liked him, and now he's a grown adult.
Yeah, but like
First-
I looked at him and I didn't even think this person looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think he looks familiar, and I have had posters on my wall for like a good 3 years of just like his face.
Yeah,
So like I'm honestly hopeless, and when they're animated, there's just no chance,
absolutely.
zero chance.
But again, yeah,
Anyways,
you
that's the
can
point.
you can really quickly figure out who the character is, and like honestly, the whole story was very tricky. I mean, I love the whole story. You know, again, another person who has done something bad, and we are figuring it from his perspective. You know, how he looked at the story and why he decided to kill those two people. So like, and it just like again a new story. You know, like it's not like he's evil. You know, it's not like he did it to because he enjoys killing. He's not a psychopath. You know, but he chose himself in that moment. It was a choice. You know.
Yeah, I mean, but again, like how are we defining evil? Like this guy did it purely because of his own selfish needs of not wanting to get caught. You know what
okay,
I mean? Like
it's not like he's a psychopath who enjoys murdering. That's just what I meant.
no.
You know, like he told us his perspective. You know, like in his eyes, he's saying that like he didn't have any other choice.
Yeah, I struggle with like not feeling angry and like extending that empathy, like which I think you should extend to everyone. Like when someone starts talking about like the reasons why they have done something is such a selfish reason, you know what I mean? Like they were something with drugs, taking drugs, selling drugs, I don't know, like they were
I mean,
police
they would go
officers.
to jail
Yes, they would go to jail. Like
for the choices that
they have
made.
made. Like you have put yourself into this position, and the way out of this like wasn't about like some type of bribe or some like the out of this was killing 3 people.
I mean,
That's
if
a
you
steep
already killed
price.
2.
Yeah, killing anyone.
Yeah.
This is a steep price to pay for something that you have chosen to do. And so like I struggle with.
I think struggle is too sympathetic word.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Literally.
I get pissed. I mean, no, I struggle with finding sympathy or empathy, whatever, to extend. Because like if someone was like threatening his family and they were like, you kill them or we kill your family, you have all the sympathy in the world. Like that is a horrible position to put you in, you know? But like you're standing there and telling me like you didn't have a choice because like you were gonna go to jail. These people have died. I do think that because of like how the episode started, he was having he had a consciousness, because like he was seeing the people, the parents in the window. I mean, was that because he was reminded of it because someone said that a couple here was murdered like 20 years ago? Maybe, or like perhaps like he was haunted by that daily. You know, we didn't necessarily get kind of clarification on that, but like he was trying to live.
For some reason, to me, it's hard to believe that he was haunted by that daily, because like when you're haunted with something daily, you do not explain yourself then and justify yourself then by saying I didn't have any choice.
I would agree with you, but I also think like by you screaming like I didn't have a choice, I think that that's like how you try to justify it to yourself, you know, and then thus like you just say this something that sounds so ridiculous, you know, because it sounds so ridiculous. Then I want to think like there's no way you could say this out loud and believe it. Like that's why I think like maybe to, and this is like a charitable way of looking at this situation. Like I while watching, like I thought there was like two ways that we can read him, you know, like even like when we saw him starting to laugh, and I thought like maybe this is the end of the episode, with us like just seeing him sort of like, you think like does he have like this consciousness, or like here the problem goes away, now he's like haha I'm just gonna live in my fucking bubble, you know. And I'm sure he would have been a good partner, a good father or whatever, and he like now gets to live in this bubble that he created for himself because like he killed 3 people. And so like in a second I got incredibly mad, but then I thought, okay, maybe this laugh is kind of an ironic laugh of him losing his mind. And like when I told you this, I thought like maybe this is me just trying to look at it generously, you know, because it could have been one or two ways.
I mean, it sounded a bit like that.
Yes, it did. But like because I thought it was,
because otherwise it would be just like an even laugh. Oh, I have gotten away.
Because like
with
I
it,
thought
you
for a
know?
second it's the end of the episode. So like I thought like if this is how it ends, then he's just like, haha, I actually like got away with everything. Is there's like no repercussions or whatever, and I can like now live this happy normal life. But like how everything transpired, it makes me think that like he did have a consciousness, and he potentially was also trying to convince himself that like he didn't have a choice. Like it was easier for him to convince himself, like for him to be able to, you know, continue living in his day-to-day life. Like he convinced himself that like that this was simply no way around it. But like, you know, the fact that he was still searching out Tenma and Nina and like checking on that means that he hasn't necessarily left it fully in the past. So I think he was thinking about it, and I think he felt unsettled, I guess. Like he felt wrong about it. It doesn't matter how he felt at the
That's
end
what I
of
want
the
to say,
day.
honestly. To me, like, I understand what you mean, and I agree with you. And I think the show, again, is not painting this picture black and white. And, like, is not telling you, oh, he is evil. And, like, that is what this show does the best, you know. But I personally find struggle to empathize with anything that you said right now, honestly. It's like that doesn't doesn't make it hard to me to see the bigger picture, you know. That doesn't make me hard to me to understand. I mean, he's again human. He can have multiple complex emotions about one thing, you know, about everything. But like at the end of the day, I can understand him feeling like him not being settled, right? But I don't empathize with that. Personally, to me, you need to break. Personally, to me, you need to go to submit to yourself. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I said. I struggle to find empathy in this. I'm just like, I'm just saying what I think he was going through. But yes, I agree with you. Like, I find it difficult to like.
I don't want to say black and white. Like I feel nothing for him. You know what I mean? I don't. It's not like that.
It's a
I think the
situation
story
of, like, I think
is perfect. You know,
yeah.
like it's with his again shown like it's not just this or just that. You know, he can feel and struggle, but at the same time he is trying to move on.
Yeah.
But I don't empathize. Like I don't like that he. You know what I mean? I understand, Many
Yeah,
people
no,
would.
like, I mean, you don't deserve to just move on.
Absolutely. To me,
Like,
you
again,
don't. Like,
like my best case scenario in this would have been, like Nina said, for him to turn
going
himself
to-
in.
honestly,
Like,
so
go
like,
to prison, and like I would hope that in some time you can maybe leave prison as a better person,
absolutely.
and like then you can live off the rest of your life having atoned for what you have done.
Absolutely.
Again,
Absolutely. We know the
every
problems
time
there.
every time I say
Yes.
this, understand the prison system is not built for this, but like in an
Absolutely.
ideal world,
Yeah.
it would be built for that.
Yeah.
It would be built for like reformation or whatever, and like that would be my preferable option in everything.
That would be how I hoped this episode would honestly end. You know, for him coming back to Anna and then leaving, turning himself to prison.
Yeah.
You know,
And like hopefully your wife and kid can visit you. Like, but like again, you don't get to live in fucking France now in this big house with people that you love, having taken away other people that other people have loved because of such a selfish reason.
No, that child should not be looking up to you as a good, like you're a good dad to him. I don't doubt that you can be a good dad to him.
You're not
I
a
don't.
good person.
What?
He's not a good person.
No, and that your child should not. You should not get the praise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, this episode was again, in my opinion, very good. You know, I really loved everything about it. I love that we are not getting only the stories that like are so easily to empathize with.
Yeah.
You know, characters who have done something horrible, but you completely understand why this person has done something horrible because he's so selfish.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like
He
his world is the people closest to him, which like I can't forgive that.
Yeah. And
like I cannot forgive you
No.
not thinking about everyone else for your own selfish needs. And again, if that's like about your family, I can understand this, you know, but when it's about yourself,
And I think even Nina,
I cannot.
I loved how Nina gotten angry when he said like, I didn't have any other choice. You know,
I don't have a choice.
you're telling a person that you killed their parents because you didn't have any other choice because what you would go to prison. I would
That was a
murder you
choice.
instantly.
That was a choice.
Honestly,
The strength.
fucking instantly.
The strength in Nina to not push him off
Because
that
if
cliff.
you have said, "Oh, he like that person had a gun to my child's head," Nina would not. Completely different storyline.
That's a
would be,
completely different
she-
storyline.
Exactly.
Immediately, like when I saw that Nina has gone there and that but now I'm confused as to who they are, because I thought first of all they were working with Johan, but clearly not, because they would not be killing Nina if they're working with Johan. Maybe they're working with the guy that like Johan has killed everyone.
Babies. I mean, I
No,
know
not the baby, the guy that the baby was like working with.
Yeah.
Like maybe they were working with him.
Gruff? No, Gruff.
Like the guy that said
Wolf.
like there is Wolf. The
Even
guy
we
said, like,
forgot his name.
No one, there's no one that remembers me.
Yeah.
A wolf? Me neither. Honestly, you could walk past me tomorrow, I would not know a thing. Maybe it's his guys, I don't know. But like when I saw that they actually want to hurt her, then kind of immediately I felt at peace, because I knew he was gonna come. I think I said like a second ago, now you have to do everything in your power to save her, because like you owe this. Like you owe to put your life down for this. Again, does that change anything? Like no one can take back anything. Like they were playing the game of chess, and the guy said like, okay, can you like trace back the step and like not do it? He said, I can't, because you really can't. What you have done has been done. And there is no changing the reality of the situation. But like I felt better at him showing up and doing something that was not selfish, because he could have ignored this and stayed at home with the people that he now loves, and this would have all went away, because Nina would have been dead, and there would be no consequences for his actions. That he could have done that. He didn't do it. So
No,
like
guys.
at that point I felt at peace, and I felt sorry that he then got shot, because ideally I would have preferred for him to like go to jail and not die, because like with death there is nothing else now.
Like, I love that moment personally, even more for Nina's character, because that for me tells me so much about how empathetic she is, that she is able to give something like this to him, you know. He saved her life, yes. Should she be grateful? Yes, he saved her life, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he killed her parents. At the end of the day, even though he saved her life, like, she doesn't, that doesn't change what he did.
She could
like
have stepped over him and left
that's
the
what-
room.
and
Like,
I would have
wouldn't
not-
think anything less of her.
That's
Like,
what I want to say. But like, even this, something like this to me means so much. Like, in this case scenario, more for Nina's character.
Definitely.
That tells me everything I need to know about how full of heart she is as a human. That she is able to give him something like this. You
Kindness.
know, this type of kindness, you know. In my mind, you don't deserve it. You know. Yes, I am happy that like he changed. Again, not just black and white, you know. But it's just that he would have redeemed much more to me. I would have felt much more empathy, even more empathy, if he ended up turning himself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I didn't empathize with that moment and with him in the past. He did risk his life when he didn't need it to. Like, I love that moment, you know. But to me, like, even more for Nina's character, and I loved it for his character, but would have redeemed him more if the story ended that way. That's just what I meant.
Yeah, I thought that he, after saving her, would have turned himself over to the police. Like, I thought he would have done that, you know, regardless, but just like kind of,
Didn't got the chance.
yeah, like you can call this like karmic justice now, you know, because like you're trying to do this right thing, but because you have killed these innocent people, you don't even get to do that, because like if you had, you know, turned yourself in, gone to jail, you may even have a less of a sentence because like you turned yourself in, you know, like you could have had a chance for like some type of future in the future. This way you don't get anything, you know. You're driving to maybe say goodbye to the family. I don't think you're gonna make it, you know. I mean, I don't know, they cut the scene. I'm not sure exactly what happens after that. So like it felt, you know, kind of like karmic or whatever. But like, yes, for Nina, I just like that girl. Even, I mean, we heard 2 gunshots, so like I imagine he got shot, Nina also shot the guy. So like the fact that Nina, I'm gonna assume, killed the guy, and she killed a person she has not killed before, at least not that we know, right? The fact that she has killed someone for the first time, for the person that has killed her parents also, to me speaks a lot about her and like who she is. I adore everything about her. Like her and Tenma, my god, like put them on a pedestal. I have no idea. Like they are truly the best of us. Like they will, this is like, now I'm watching, you're literally watching light versus darkness with like Tenma and Nina against the beliefs, let's say, of Johan and like what his beliefs about people are. And I truly believe, and I hope that I will not be wrong in thinking that they will prevail, and like that the darkness will not outshine the light that they have. Like it would break me, I think.
Yeah.
If I am seeing this story of like some type of a downfall for either one of them. I can't see it. If I have to see it for one person more, I'm going to see it for Tenma more than I'm going to see it for Nina. But I hope I don't get it with either one.
I hope so as well.
And I somehow, like everything that we have seen so far, it doesn't seem to me like this is what the show is about. Because like it's very much, I think it depicts sort of the best in humanity as well. Like you can see awful things, but like at the end of the day, I feel more optimistic about people than I feel nihilistic.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's it.
Okay, guys.
That's
Thank
it.
you so much for watching.
We'll
We'll
see
see
you
you soon.
soon.
Bye.